Welcome, welcome. A very strong trend for spring is ruffles. And they're wonderful, and they can be put anywhere. If you just understand a few basic rules, the goal is to help you. So I'm going to start with pattern number 125, and the reason being is because it has seams just waiting for ruffles to be put into those seams. But first off, I want to show you a couple pictures of current trends with ruffles. So we'll look at this first one, and you can just see they're different vendors, different designers. Just, it seems like everyone's putting a ruffle somewhere, down the front, on the end of a cuff, on the bottom of a skirt. They're just everywhere, and they're just a really nice look. So let's dig in and learn how to do them. In this particular case, I'm going to have 3 steps. We first are going to take the center panel in this pattern, but you could cut any rectangle. It wouldn't matter as long as you cut it the length you want and the width of the ruffle that you want it to be. But in this particular case, I'm going to use the middle insert that's inside the pattern. It's the center panel, and there's 4 of them. I'm going to put ruffles in 3 of them, as I've done here, and then leave the others blank, and obviously not in the back. So step 1 is you cut your rectangle, and that determines the length you want and the width you want. Now what I did is, if you notice on this picture here, I rounded those edges, and that's at the top and at the bottom, and it's just so that it won't be square at the top. It's just so that it will have a curve to it and have a tendency for that ruffle to lay a little better. So you're gonna, and then also on this particular top, if you're making this one, I cut it 2 inches shorter so that it wouldn't come all the way to the top and I would have some room to hem it. And so that it wouldn't come all the way to the bottom, I did both of those. So the first thing is you cut off some length, get the length the way you want it, and then curve those edges. And then number 2, you create an A side and a B side. You're going to cut the A side, you're going to go to the B side. You're going to cut 2 but not through the B's, and you're going to leave them to where they're all hinging like this. Okay, and if we take a look back at this picture, you can see where I drew. Cut through the A, leave the B. You're going to spread the B. Typically a ruffle is spread 1.5 times. So if A, in this case, it was 15. Once I cut it, I spread it, it's like this, I spread it to 22. So this outside edge is 22, the inside edge stays exactly the same and stays the 15. So what do? I end up with this. And when I sew the B side to the garment, I get the ruffle. Easy, just easy. Okay, but there's some variables. 3 little steps, but there's some variables. I'm using 100% white cotton because I just wanted white and black. That's a season trend, and I wanted a new little ruffle blouse that was white and black. Having said that, my fabric, you couldn't tell the difference on either side. But if you are dealing with a fabric where it has a side that you don't like, you could put 2 ruffles together, and then when you do this outside edge, you can either sew right sides together and finish that outside edge, or you can see what I did is a little rolled hem. And you could put 2 layers together, put the wrong sides together, and then sew the rolled hem on the outside. So any fabric can be worthy of being a ruffle. It doesn't have to be good on both sides. It can be double layered and then inserted. The goal is to find them really fun. You'll see a lot of base patterns with ruffles added, and that's the goal. The goal is 514. There's so many, and I just hope you have fun with it. So create your ruffle, your 3 steps: short, curve the edges, cut A, leave side B alone, spread, usually 1.5 to 1. If you want a real big ruffle, you can go 2 to 1, but keep in mind, and you can play with it, once you put it back, you'll get a lot of ruffle in the inside. All right, the goal, you know it. Happy sewing from Silhouette Patterns.